and she's going to come up and talk to you for just a little minute here.
Thanks, Rebecca. Thank you. Who would like to do some more traveling this year? Who would like to deepen a love relationship, either with yourself, with God, or with another? Yes, right? Who wants to just know where to put the couch? Yes, me too. Well, together we're going to look for environmental clues, and we are going to be looking at environmental metaphors that will help you in your home and in your office create more of those opportunities. We're going to help your dreams, goals, and plans manifest easily and quickly. And then at the end of the month, I have a fashion feng shui class where we look at the clothes you wear and why, so that you can dress intentionally and authentically all the time. Thanks so much.
And that class starts this week on Thursday. And today we're starting this new program called the 31 Days of Joyous Abundance with Facebook. And I know that you're all really fluid in Facebook and you don't need any help, but just in case you might have a question, our beautiful young cat will be in the family room after service to help you get online started, whatever questions you might have. So happy 4th of July. Please stand and greet your neighbor.
Seaside, please remain standing for the congregational song. Are you feeling the light this morning? Our friend Rebecca Chade's not here because she's on tour with Sheila E. But we are going to have a great time this morning. This little light of mine, oh, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, oh, I'm going to let it shine. That's right. This little light of mine, oh, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I said, I'm gonna let it shine. Come on, Seaside. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Every day and night, oh, I'm gonna let it shine. Every day and night, I'm gonna let it shine. Every day and night, I said, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Band, why don't you let it shine? Every day and night, oh, I'm gonna let it shine. Every day and night, you're gonna what? I'm gonna let it shine. That's right. Every day and night, oh, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. That's why I said, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. One more like you really mean it. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, yeah. Good morning, Seaside.
And this is Whitney Shea, just voted San Diego's Blues Singer of the Year for 2017. by the San Diego Music Awards. What a gift to have you with us. Can anybody hear you sing like this week or something?
Sure. I'll be at the Bernardo Winery today.
Bernardo Winery, wine and Whitney.
Yes.
Hey, what a combo. I like that. So, hey, good morning, Seaside. Woo, what a joy it is to be with you on this 4th of July weekend. You got some fun plans? But in addition to being here, of course, so that's for sure. Hey, fireworks. I just saw the Pyrotechnic Association of America said that last year in 2016, Americans spent $800 million on fireworks last year. So that's crazy. And that the AAA put out this statistic that it is the busiest travel day of the year. And last year, 43 million Americans were on the road traveling. So that's just a lot of activity going on for us. So good thing you're home, hanging out here at Seaside, where there's a lot of fun and a lot of activity. Friday night was big. Were you here? Yeah, there were 700 people that were here, so it was really big. Big shout out. There were 48 volunteers involved to make that night run. So you want to stand, anyone who's involved, for putting the night on, so we can say thank you very much. It was fabulous. It was wonderful. It was smooth. We had 700 satisfied, fulfilled, happy individuals when they left the place, all organized. But anyway, welcome to Seaside, spiritual community that is thriving and it works for everyone, and where we support each other on our spiritual path wherever you may be. It is a community that loves and cares. It is without judgment. We do our best to bring forth our spiritual understanding through real life experiences. And so to help us do that is Spirit First Always, and we have a wonderful practitioner here today in Nancy Mills. You'll find her deeply engaged with our education department, hands on every catalog that comes out of there, leading us in consciousness this morning.
Good morning. Would you please join me in the silence? God is creator and creation, the invisible out of which the visible is made, individualized in every living being, always expressing and impressing its presence for good. I live within this one creator. I am its creation. It moves through me and expresses as me in every now moment. As I know this for myself, I know that it's true for everyone here today. I know that God's presence moves through us all, that we are perfect, whole, and complete. God's light shines everywhere. God's good is always present. Here and now is where life happens. And God has given us this day. And God has given us this country, this wonderful country to live in. So let us rejoice and be glad.
Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still and know that you are God. Be still and know that you are. Be still and know that you
Be still and know that we are God. Thank you, Whitney and Max, for that call to worship. So good morning, Seaside, and welcome. So we come together on a Sunday morning with like-minded people as we dwell in the presence of God, recognizing that when we live from the inside out, our life just moves with ease and with grace and divine unfoldment. And if you are new here, we welcome you. And just know that we celebrate all paths to God. Right in the back door when you walk in, there is a welcome packet. If you are new, please pick up a welcome packet and look inside that packet. For in there are coupons to show you around Seaside. There's a 10% discount in the bookstore. And there's also a CD by Dr. Reverend Christian Sorensen that gives you the basic beliefs of our teaching here at Seaside Center for Spiritual Living. And I always say, if you want to get to know Seaside, to just get in Seaside. And this Wednesday is the Wednesday night gathering. Marv, can you please put up? And the Wednesday night gathering this month, I'll be talking about prosperity. Rain Bishu will be singing. She's this beautiful singer. You'll have to come see her and experience the beauty that she is. And also, what I created that on a website called Canva. And I'll be teaching a basic creative media class, which I will be teaching Canva, Fiverr, PowerPoint, and also, go ahead. So this is a little video that was created for me, and it only cost me $6. And I am going to teach you how to do that for your branding or whatever it is you want to express in life. So this will be on Thursday, Basic Creative Media Skills from 7 to 8:30. Join me for a 4-week class. This morning, the reading is going to be about joy. Dr. Christian Sorensen will be talking about the joyous expression of freedom. And the reading is from Deepak Oprah. So, Deepak quotes, "Joy is a divine quality of our true self, which is inherently lighthearted, playful, and free. You can see the full expression of this joy in young children who haven't learned to worry or take themselves seriously. They play and they laugh freely, finding wonder in the smallest things. They are infinitely creative because they haven't yet built up the layers of conditioning that create limitations and restrictions. They are in touch with their intuition, which is a form of intelligence that goes far beyond the rational mind, far from being superficial or trivial. Joy is an experience of our deepest spiritual nature. The path to joy is a return to wholeness. It is about shifting our perspective from ego to spirit. Our ego's fear and insecurity causes us to puff up with self-importance and to attempt to control the uncontrollable, while our spirit, knowing it is eternal and infinite, simply allows life to unfold. This creates a natural state of ease, which predisposes you to lightheartedness, joy, and laughter. A joyful tip from Oprah: cultivating joy in your life is discipline. Since the 1990s, I have journals filled with moments that have brought me joy and gratitude. When you go through your day looking for 3 things that will bring you joy, you go through your day looking for goodness, and that will show up. I used to go to bed thinking, how did I mess up? And what did I do? And how did this go wrong? But now I go to bed thinking of all the positive thoughts, of all the joy the day has brought me. So I invite you to close your eyes as I invoke the joyful presence of Spirit right here and right now, as I open my heart, my mind, and my soul to the expression of love and joy and wholeness and the freedom that I have to worship God in any way that I choose to worship, knowing that I dwell in this presence of oneness. I dwell in the presence of wholeness. For there's only one life, and that's the life of God, and that's divine, and that's beautiful, and it's delightful, and it's playful, and it's just glorious in so many beautiful ways. And I know that I live and I move and I have my beingness. I am cradled by the love of God, the joy of God, the wholeness of God. It is the essence of who I am. And I live here to express my fullest potential. And as I know this is my truth of who I am, I know this is the truth of every spiritual divine being who is in this room today. I know there is one life, and that's the life of God that lives and moves and has its being through each and every person. I know each person is playful and whole and joyful in their expression of spirit. I know that today Dr. Christian Sorensen allows his natural, joyful expression of who he is to express itself through spirit as he touches the soul to soul of each and every person here in this congregation as they move out into the world expressing their natural playfulness, their natural joy, their natural happiness that comes to them with ease and with grace through this intuitive mind of just letting go and letting life unfold. And I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for the perfect unfoldment of this morning's service as I release my word into the law, knowing that it is done, and so it is.
Good morning again, Seaside. It's always such a pleasure to be with you. What a great way to wake up. And this morning, I have the pleasure to introduce a brand new friend of mine that I just met this morning. But you guys probably know him because he's been here for many years. His home church is Agape in Los Angeles. And the first Monday of every month, so that means tomorrow, he does a night with his band called High Vibe Music. So if you're feeling moved by his music today and you need to see more of Mr. Ray Davis, then go ahead and drive on up to LA and check him out tomorrow. He's a very multi-talented musician, obviously. He plays trumpet, piano, sings, and you might catch him on an upcoming AngelSoft commercial as well. It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Ray Davis.
Good morning, Seaside. I love coming here. All right. Hey, I do. Yeah. So we'll do this wonderful little song. It's a story about a gentleman who woke up one day and had a new discovery. I'm not here to suffer. Maybe I'm here to be in joy. Maybe I'm here to be in excellence. Maybe I'm here for all the good things in life. Anyway, you'll dig it. I hope you dig it. It's called The Average Man. There'll be a part for you a little bit later on, so yeah, pay attention. He was an average man, average face and average hands, average feet set square on the middle tier. Yeah. Satisfied with his mild success, as much as any average man could expect, until the day he was beset by his greatest fear. It all started with a feeling so intense that time and space stood still. He said, what if I was born for greatness? What if I am really more than I think I am? What if mediocrity was never in the stars for me? And miracles and wonders was the plan for the average man. For the average man. All his life he said he'd find the nerve to stretch and reach beyond the bell curve, but never did for fear of drawn back and empty-handed. He said, what's an average man to do with so little time and all these things to think through? Maybe I should just stick to what I understand. But he couldn't shake that feeling, a feeling so immense it filled the whole blue sky. He said, what if I was born for greatness? What if I am really
stars for me. The miracles and wonders was the plan for the average man. For the average man. Come on, Bob. Oh, he couldn't shake that feeling now. A feeling so immense it filled the whole blue sky. He said, what if I was born for greatness? What if I am really more than a thing I am? What if mediocrity was never in the stars for me? The miracles and wonders was the plan for the average man. For the average man. I got to sing na 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 na. Come on, sing it with me na 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 na. Come on na 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 na. Come on, na 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 na. Oh yeah, na na na. Put your hands together, na 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 na. Hey, na na. Stand up for your greatness, na 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 na. Hey, na 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 na. Hi, na 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 na. Come on, na 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 na. Na 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 na. We gon' break it down. Na 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 na. Hit it! Yes!
Woo! That is Ray Davis. Oh my. Na 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 na. I can just feel myself moving all through it. Woo! I feel free today and joy. Joyous freedom is what today is about. And we are celebrating the boldness of our country's willingness to unite together and to bring forth our ability to be free in what it is we believe and what it is we are able to express in our life and our world, and how blessed we are to have a country that says yes to that. Where mediocrity, we are in a place where there is something in the stars that are far greater. We're in the perfect country to bring forth, because you're stardust that's waiting to take form in your life. And we had these founding characters of our country that were willing to stand up in a bold way and say, you know what, guys, we are in this together. This country is about our freedom to be and to express who we are, and all are welcome here to be able to express their true self. And so we came together and we celebrate the 4th of July, but you do realize that it was actually agreed upon on July 2nd. It wasn't the 4th of July, and it wasn't when Jefferson wrote it, because that was June of 1776, and it wasn't the American Revolution when that started, because that was April of 1775, nor was it when we gave the Declaration to Britain, because that was November of 1776. And so why 4th of July? Well, it took them a couple days to hash out the words to get it correctly. The word smithing. You ever tried to do that with a committee? Imagine, getting 50 people to agree on how something is. So it took them a couple days, but they actually didn't even sign it until August of 1776. But that's one that they all signed that hangs up in the National Archives. They decided July 4th was the date. So we celebrate July 4th. But they didn't even celebrate it for a while. I mean, have you ever started something new, and for decades it wasn't a big deal. It was just, this is when we started here. And it wasn't really until after the War of 1812 that they began to say, you know what, we need to rally our country together, because we've done something pretty amazing here. We have made a home for the free to be able to live in unity and together. And actually it became big and bold on an interesting time. And you may know this story, but there were only 2 signers on the Declaration of Independence that became presidents of the United States, and they were, that's right, Adams and Jefferson. And what is interesting is both of those guys died on the same day, exactly 50 years after the signing of the Declaration of Independence, and they died July 4th in 1826. Yeah, I guess the country said, yeah, it's time to bring out those fireworks. $800 million, here we go. Time to celebrate. But I'll tell you what, it is, we have been given these unalienable rights. We have been given this declaration that says that we all have been created equal. Right? It didn't say some were and some were. We've all been created equal, and we've been given these unalienable rights, which are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Is that amazing? We are part of a nation that has as its foundation the pursuit of happiness. That's what's in our founding papers, our declaration, our corporate documents, is that it's right for you to pursue your happiness, just as long as it doesn't hurt somebody else. I mean, that's kind of important, at least with Ernest Holmes. You pursue your happiness, just not at the peril of somebody else. And as we begin to go for that, we are in the perfect country that says, you know what, it is right for you to live to the height of your expression. It is right for you to live your dream. It is right for you to follow that something inside of you. And we honor that, even if it's different than mine. Even though your expression may be looking different, you are in this land of the free where we welcome the diversity, the unique expression. It is the place that all of us are immigrants, or at least our grandparents or somebody. I know my grandparents on both sides came on over here, and they didn't know what was going on. They were trying to find their way around, and they ended up in Wisconsin, actually, is where some of them ended up. And but that's the thing. If you're willing to follow what it is you want to do, that will probably lead you to a greater expression of who you are. You've got to listen to that something that is inside of you that is seeking to express and to be more. There's something stirring in your soul, and this country has been created for you to bring forth your gift. You've been created free to express yourself. At least that's our foundation, which we stand on, is to be able to free and express that. But we listen, some of us, sometimes, listen to this the small self or the fearful self, the one that is afraid that they're not going to actually be able to do what's stirring in their soul. And so they choose to take the life of the mediocrity, and it's just, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make ends meet, I'm just going to be part of the system, pay my mortgage, my car payment, my bills, and we'll call it good. And, I'm going to win the T-shirt of the day. Ta-da! Look at me. I'm going to espouse or regurgitate, the stories or the statistic from my personal media outlet of choice, recognizing there's basically 2 sides, and they're both extreme on their position. And you know what? They're going to just stay there. But there's something inside of you that was born to be more than that. There's something inside of you that is stirring in your soul. And joyous freedom is where it's at. Your joy is where it's happening. And as you begin to say, I am free enough to live that which brings me a sense of joy, and that wanting or that desiring inside me is going to be the portal in which I'm going to step through so I can be able to do that for which I came here. You want to experience more joy? You want to bring more joy in your life? I'm going to give you a real simple way to do that. You want more joy in your life? Then do that which brings you more joy. And stop doing that which doesn't bring you more joy. It's that simple. And stop taking advice on joy from people that are miserable and unhappy. That's just not logical. It's to be in a place of joy and to be at a place of peace, you have to be living. You know, you've got to be in the stream. You've got to be in the action. If you really want to feel your joy, your passion, your fulfillment, you want to feel a sense of freedom, you've got to be moving with life. You've got to realize that it's just not in your stars to be mediocre in this life. We need you to claim the freedom that you have been given and to bring forth your uniqueness if we want to move life forward. And it takes courage. But courage is a willingness to believe in more than your fears. Are you up for that one? Yeah. Annis Nin said that the day came when the risk of remaining tight in the bud was more painful than the risk it was to bloom. Is that beautiful? The day came when all of a sudden the risk it was to stay in that mediocrity, in that tight place, it was just too painful. There's something inside of me that really wants to experience a greater level of joy, and I have been created free so I can express this and live with a sense of joy and with a sense of well-being and with a sense of fulfillment, and I'm going to go for it with the best of my ability at the highest level of my expression, and I'm going to do it the best I can, and I'm going to share that. That's what we want you to do, is to stop living in the head and the fantasy and the dream. I mean, that's a good place to catch the possibility, but you've been freed. You know, to share that. We want that something that is moving through you. We're not just all the same, all just this milquetoast kind of thing. It is the diversity, it is the expression, it is the color, it is the life, it is the uniqueness. Sure, you're not all ministers dressed like this, you know? How many are wearing red socks like that today? What do you think? They're actually my Christmas socks, but twice a year. No. You know, you got to come from heart. I mean, that's the key. When you speak from your heart, that's when people listen. At least that's what I've noticed. You know, I'm coming from my head. You guys kind of hang out with me. But when I'm coming from my heart, you're there. You know? And the reason why is when you're coming from your heart, it's God that's speaking. That's right, yeah. It's the love. It's the Spirit. It's that life force. It's that something that created you. And it is that same something in every one of our brothers and sisters around this planet that we're all seeking to express in life. It doesn't matter what country you are in. What matters is letting forth that presence. Ernest Holmes talks about that Christ present, which is not a person. It's a state of awareness where there's absolute connection. There is a unity. There is no sense of separation. It is that sense of oneness that wants to come out. And when you speak, you can move mountains. John Hancock, on that day, president of the Continental Congress, he stands up before a bunch of independent aristocrats and says, hey guys, it's time to sign this. And as we know, he's the first one, and he writes his name bold, hence you got to put your John Hancock there. You know, and he put his name bold, and he said, there, now John Bull. And John Bull is the caricature of Great Britain, like our Uncle Sam is the caricature of the U.S. Said, there you go, John Bull. Now you don't need your spectacles. You can double the price on my head for my defiance. And then he turned to all the men in the chamber of the Continental Congress and said, we must be unanimous. There's no going our different ways. We must hang together. To which Benjamin Franklin is noted as standing up and saying, we must hang together or we surely will hang separately. And they signed, as they said, their life, their liberty, and their sacred honor. You know, their liberty, their freedom. You know, John Bull or the Queen of England or a king or whoever is out there, they know who they're coming for first, right? Those names that are signed right there. You know, we are not pleased that you want to secede from the Union, that you want to declare your independence from this great nation of ours. We're coming for those names on that declaration. That is what it means to give up your liberty, to be willing to give up your life and your sacred honor, which means I'm not only in trouble, but my family's screwed. You know, because they're coming after you guys too. They're going to burn down the house, and they will eliminate everything that our plantations or our life has stood for. That's the sacred honor, and they're willing to put it all out there so we could be a nation that represented a welcoming place for the diversity of this world to come, to be free in their expression, in their religion, in their love, to be united in supporting the concept of this democracy, of this republic, where all are created equal. So Ernest Holmes, founder of our philosophy, religious science, he wrote, actually didn't write, he spoke on his radio show in it was August 6th of 1950, as the beginning of the Korean campaign war that was going on. And it's just interesting, he said, freedom is something that is won with difficulty and only kept through eternal vigilance. Got it? I mean, we got to continue to work on it, guys. And what does freedom really mean as it works out through the only instruments that can maintain its purpose? That's the instrument of government. Ernest Holmes was recognizing the value of the government in supporting our freedom. Other than the idea that all people are equal before God and that every one of us is an individual in our own rights and that each should have the privilege of self-expression provided that their desires do not infringe upon the rights of others. Oh, he agrees with me. I was talking about that earlier. And see, our forefathers were wise indeed when they worked out a system which bound all together in one common purpose, without overlooking the fact that each is the individual and every state and each political subdivision down to the precincts in which I live should be able to preserve its identity and its integrity from the largest to the smallest. This is the system upon which our country has grown and prospered, and no doubt there are many defects in it because, after all, we're all human beings. But it is infinitely stronger than it is weak, and upon its preservation rests the hope of the world. So we got faults. But you know what? We're stronger than we are weak. What we have in America is far greater. It's not as if there aren't some shortfalls here and things that need to be tweaked, but we have a system that supports the freedom of the people and the voice, and we've got to be willing to speak up and what it is. John Wayne said, sure, I wave the American flag. Do you know a better flag to wave? Sure, I love my country with all of her faults, but I'm not ashamed of that. I love her and always will. You know what? It's not to say that we don't have faults, but we're growing. You know, it's a young nation. I mean, we've been doing this a couple centuries and longer, 200, maybe 40 years if I did my math before I got here, you know. But, you know, it seems long, but in the scheme of things of China's dynasties and Egyptian dynasties and the Greek dynasties and the Roman dynasties, we're still birthing ourselves. And so let's not give up on this, but rather let us begin to embrace what it is that we are doing and how we are moving. And you know what? Jump in with your love, with your joyous freedom, so you can create what is near and dear to your heart. So often people say, well, where's the right place to enter into the stream? And I'll just push them and say, get in there. What you want to do is get moving, then you can figure out how to swim and move and groove and have a good time. You know, it could be a song, right? To celebrate. But that's it. We are celebrating a nation that rests upon a foundation that ensues and ensures your pursuit of happiness to be able to live free, a nation that has had its arms open to those that are seeking a freer way of life. And what I know is that as we unite together as those founding characters of our history stood up with their diverse opinions, you ever try to get a bunch of guys to agree on something, it's not always the easiest thing, but if we can do it then, we can do it now. And freedom and honoring the individual that we're created equals tends to be the foundation upon which we rest. And so you got to jump in. Is it the right time? Well, you know what? There's always a stain on the carpet. You know, there's good shots in the neighborhood sometimes at night. You know, there's some credentials missing from my resume. It's just never really the perfect time to get it going. What you got to do is jump in that river and stream and get moving so Spirit can hit a moving target. And I'll tell you what, if someone says no to you, it doesn't mean no. It just means no with them. You got that? That's right. Hey, remember that guy who gave up? Neither does anybody else. You know. So when somebody says it can't be done, and people talk about, well, sky's the limit. How can the sky be the limit when we already have footprints on the moon? The infinite is seeking to express through you with unlimited possibilities, and you are as worthy and entitled as any other human being upon this planet. You are the divine conduit through which Spirit is expressing. We are all been created equal with unalienable rights to live with a sense of freedom, with a sense of life, and with a sense of pursuit of happiness. And as I started this morning, as you pursue your happiness, what happens is you find that which allows you to be great, what allows you to express yourself in a grander kind of way. And what we need are more individuals who are following their happiness to bring forth the greatness to this great country of ours that honors the magnificence that you have to bring. Yes is right. You know what? We got to stand together. We've got to unite together and support each other in our freedom. Encourage us to follow that desire in our soul, to express that we're not just going to lead this mediocre life. Mediocrity is not in our stars, as Ray was singing to us, And so it takes all of us pulling together when we do have those faux pas and those stumbles and those challenges. We're growing up as a nation, as a people, as a globe, as one human family. Some musicians from our New Thought movement got together, and Ken Gordon, our community leader, endorsed this and put this out. So Marv, would you roll this?
For the past 4 years, Guadalupe checked in to the Phoenix office of immigration. Both of her kids, U.S. born. But everything changed the day they took her away. In the home of the brave, in the land of the free, we are immigrants and pilgrims and refugees from every nation, one family. When you come for Guadalupe, you come for me.
For the past 2 years, Kamal made his rounds. Interfaith Medical Center, New York City. He went to Sudan to visit his mom. But everything changed. He couldn't come back. He was stranded
In the home of the brave,
in the land of the free.
we are immigrants and pilgrims
And refugees from every nation, one family. When you come for Kamal, you come for me. Give me your time, your poor huddled masses. This is America, built by dreamers, yearning to breathe free. If I had to leave my country, what would If the way I dressed was a trigger for you, if I'm not welcome here, where would I go? Could I sail away on an unknown ocean of hope? In the home of the brave, in the land of the free, we are immigrants and pilgrims and refugees from every nation, one family.
When you come for Guadalupe,
For Kamal, when you come for my neighbor, you come for me.
If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea. Oh, from Detroit down to Houston, and from New York to LA, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me.
This is Whitney Shea. Nailed it. Beautiful. Thank you, Whitney. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. So proud to stand up next to you. For sure. Our freedoms. To be able to stand for what we believe is powerful, for sure. And so we have created this beautiful home where we are able to speak our truth and bring our spiritual philosophy into life, into the world in which we live. That's what is valuable about religious science and new thought and the Centers for Spiritual Living, is that these spiritual truths are relevant and real and applicable to what's happening in our life. It's not just held off in some theoretical that's only during certain times. And so together we have created this place. Together we sustain this place. And once a week we just stop and say, am I able to support Spirit's work in my life that is showing up, and it's looking like Seaside right now in my world. And so together we are able to support this vortex, this light, this energy, this place and time and space known as the Seaside Center of Religious Science, through our giving and through our support of Spirit's work in our life. And so I invite you to listen to your heart and your soul and know that this is a time we get to share our offering, we get to share our gift. And no, you can't outgive Spirit. You're a channel through which it expresses. It shows up in your life at the level of your activity. You're the activity Spirit is having, and it multiplies from there. And so this is the moment to look within your heart and to give from that fullness and that overflow and realize Spirit is your source. And this is a moment that represents your consciousness in the unified expression of the divine. So with that, look within your heart. I want to invite our ushers and greeters to come forward as we take our gifts from our heart, from our soul, from our pockets, wherever it may be, and know that truly it is a joy to be able to be free enough to support Spirit's work in our life. And so I want to say thank you to this wonderful crew of the ushers and greeters, and thank you to those who mail in your contributions when you can't be here on a Sunday. It is greatly appreciated, as well as those that remember us with our auto tithe, that regular systematic support from your world into Seaside. It is greatly appreciated, as well as those of you at home. How do you like the updating of your new live streaming at home? It's very exciting. There's live chatting going on. There's cameras switching. So bless you for your support. You are seeing its expression. And so with that, I share this prayer of gratitude with the most generous of spiritual communities, knowing that the divine unfolds its expression here in this moment in ever-expanding, increasing kind of ways, for the grace of God is having its way as our life, and we say yes to being able to share that love and that light, and free enough to be able to feel the joy to know that the gift you're making is significant, whatever level you are capable of doing. Know that the size isn't what matters. It is the heart, it is the stretch, it is the willingness that you are willing to put into this moment that represents your connection with that infinite as your true source of being that shows up in those times that are important and real and significant for you. So as you give, it comes back. It's not why you do it. It's just the extension of your countenance of your life. And with that is the rich downpouring of Spirit as your experience. So I say thank you, Father, Mother God, for that which has blessed our life and the ability to send it forth, knowing those blessings continue to carry out and touch all that come in contact. Thank you, Father, Mother God, for this moment. And so it is. Amen. Together, let us say this affirmation of abundance, which is, Spirit continues to bless my world. Gratefully, I live as the giving expression of Spirit, opening the floodgates of the affluent flow of greater good as my life now. guys from Seaside. That's Ray with his trumpet bringing a little of that Dixieland flair, the Seaside sound. Tina, this is your board secretary, by the way. If you are wondering who keeps the accurate accounting of what's going on at that fiduciary level, it's this wonderful one, who stands here with this bountiful expression that comes from our heart and our soul and our spirit. For today truly is a blessed day where we come to just remember the foundation of that freedom upon which we stand and the joy that comes from being able to express and to give and to share and to love and to care at the level of that heart's just vibration. For truly that frequency in which is part of that flow brings a richness into our personal experience in those ways that are real and relevant, whether it's our health and well-being or our career. I know right now that as we give and remember Spirit first always in all things, what happens is Spirit shows up first in all things in our individual life. So joy we give, with freedom we are grateful to be able to give, and I know right now that this gift that has been given, that is received by Seaside, brings a sense of joy, is handled in good stewardship, and it is continually put back into that flow, bringing the good vibrations to everyone it comes in contact. And so it is. Amen. Thank you, Tina. All right. Speaking of thank you, Ray Davis, man, you just rocked the house. I just love it when you were here. What expression, what sounds, what creativity. And it's fun to watch you on TV during the in-between time. So this is good. All right. And oh my goodness, the best blues voice in San Diego, Whitney Shea, right here at our very own stage. Thank you for that last song, that heart, boy, that was terrific. Speaking of a heart, our very own Reverend Lori Mack, my goodness, you want all of her Wednesday nights, it is pure Lori, 100%, except you got a great singer coming with you. Then also your class on creative marketing, come hang out with you on that one. That was really good, I want one of those, that was good. Anyway, giving us sound day, Matthew, appreciate you. Marv, thank you. Back there also helping out is Steve Grant. And as I'm doing thank yous, I don't see them running around, but I got to tell you this week, starting Friday night with James Von Prague, our whole live streaming switched to a whole new level because they are now switching cameras. We have 3 cameras running, and who's head of producing that are the Crawfords of One Production, Emmy winners. And so Sally Crawford and Richard Crawford have really stepped up and have just taken the reins. And today is really the first day, the first Sunday in July. So you at home, I want to hear about it. It's all about you. We're loving you up. It's looking good in here too. So it is just good stuff that is going on at Seaside. We've got a class coming up. Leave, my goodness, you're back from Temecula. You used to do your plays around here, the Moxie, and now you're doing the bringing creativity home. You are just the epitome of that expression. So your class starts this week. Talk to her if you want to find out about that creative expression, bringing it home. It's a great place to be for sure. Also, hey, you heard me last week saying we're working on growing Seaside, expanding Seaside through greater communication. But first, we're never losing sight. What is our utmost top priority is taking care of us that are here, loving us, supporting us, being there to heal and transform. But in the meantime, we also want to grow Seaside, and we have brought on this wonderful communication strategist right out of New York with the sass, with the appeal, and just with wonderful creativity has brought us forth into this 31-day challenge. And so you want to come up and tell us what we are up to here. So this is Kat, everyone.
Good morning. Wow, it looks different up here. So I am here to talk to you guys about that little flyer that you have in your pamphlets, right? So this is the 31 Days to Joyous Abundance. It's a challenge that we're doing and we're launching it on Facebook and Instagram. So you're going there, all the steps are there clearly for you, but if you have any questions, I will be in the back. So you're going to post a picture on Facebook and Instagram for 31 days, and we're using Reverend Christian's book, Joyous Abundance Journal. And we're picking one word, and every day you'll post a picture based on that word. So today is joy. Yesterday was flow. So someone actually posted a picture of Flo from Progressive. I thought that was really funny. So have fun with it. This is meant to have fun. If you have questions, I'm going to be in the back. And we have a video of how to post on Facebook. And here it is.
Now, I'm sitting here with Kat, who's going to try to teach me how to put this picture on for 31-day challenge. And so we're going to send out a word every day. And what I want you to do, or what Kat wants you to do, is grasp that picture that resonates to you, that is symbolic of this word. So Kat, how do I do this?
All right, so we're gonna post a picture on Facebook.
Okay, I go right there.
Write something.
Okay, I'm going to put day 2, joy. Hit what I do?
Hashtag joyous abundance.
Hashtag joyous abundance.
31
31
at Seaside.
At Seaside.
Center for Spiritual Living. And
All one word?
all one word.
Okay, they get them all spelled right?
Yep, and then you're gonna go and add the picture.
Picture coming up. Oh, I picked a surfing picture for joy, because that is my joy. I hit post.
Publish on the right, the blue button.
There we go.
And it's loading.
It's loading. There you go. Late in the day, a lot of activity going on. There it is.
it.
All right. Hey, it works.
It does.
So if I do this on Facebook, what about Instagram?
We'll do that next week.
Okay, you promise. See you then.
So this video is now on our website. When you go to the home page, you scroll down, click on social media. This video is on there. The 31-day challenge video is on there. Everything will be on there. And next week, we're going to post on Instagram.
Are we? Oh my. So it's called If Reverend Christian Can Do It, You Can Too. So we'll see if I can do Instagram next week. I need a phone though, right? Oh my. They forgot to add that. Anyway, how fun. We have fun at Seaside. It's about joy. There's enough seriousness in life that it's valuable to remember the quality of God that is joy. And in our joyous freedom, we are not bound by our fears or limitations, small self, or the conditions that are going on in our life. The present conditions need not deny your fuller expression. So what I want to do is pray, but I'd love, Ray, do you have another song for us? You could just set up this prayer, let your spirit come through those keys and those fingers of yours, and just cast that vibration so we can slip into the place together, united. Ray Davis, is he magnificent or what?
If you're perplexed beyond reason, total confusion in your mind, pay heed to simple sign and a season. Wonderful the feelings you find. Send yourself messages of a courage to conquer the past. Fall back from thoughts that discourage. Make sure they never last. When it seems like life is useless, seems to you that you are too, you will find strength for the struggle, inspiration, motivation from the source in you. The sun will rise, don't you ever doubt. Sun will rise, you can work it out. Sun will rise, bringing a new day. Na, na, never to fail for tomorrow. Every doing what's done, set your soul free from other sorrow. Set your sights on the sun. When it seems like life is useless, seems to you that you are too, you will find strength for the struggle, inspiration, motivation from the source in you. The sun will rise, don't you ever doubt. Sun will rise, you can work it out. Sun will rise, warming your fear away. The sun will rise, giving hope again. Sun will rise, giving strength again. Sun will rise, bringing a new day. Oh, you've got to believe that the sun's gonna rise again. Oh, yes, it will. Yes, it will. Have faith in yourself. Oh, have faith and believe the sun's gonna rise again. Oh, the sun will rise. Don't you ever doubt. Sun will rise. You can work it out. Sun will rise, warming your fear away. Oh, the sun will rise, giving hope again. Sun will rise, giving strength again. Sun will rise, bringing a new day. The sun will rise, bringing a new. Bringing a new, a brand new just for you day. La, 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 la.
And just moving with that wonderful vibration of the sun, knowing that it will rise and that a new day is always available because of the infinite expression of the divine. And no matter what the constriction, the limitation, the pain, the difficulty, the fear, let us know that the night shall pass as surely as the dawn will come. And what I know right now is with the sun comes the awareness, the light, the possibilities, the greater freedom, the greater expression, the will, the love, the caring, the joy, that very life expression, those divine qualities that seek to express itself right where each and every one of us is in our field of awareness. There is the fullness of God that I step into, and know that any of the challenge that it had been remains back there from the shores that we have left. And I can hear the Spirit just sharing what the Statue of Liberty says. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, the tempest-tossed, to me, and I lift the lamp beside the golden door. That golden lamp, that sun, that light that shows a new shore, a new day, and a new possibility. That is what is experienced as we let go of that fearful small self and embrace that joyous expression of freedom that need not defend, but rather is able to express and to share and to give and to love and to care. The divine qualities of the Spirit that welcomes each of us home, broken and battered and torn and challenged And yet there's something inside of us that resonates with that sense of joyous freedom once again. That's something that somehow found our return home to Spirit. And in this comes the richness of healing, the divine download that renews and revitalizes the new day for each and every one. So as we are caught up in the human conditions and the torment and the wretched shores of pain, I know it's the human experience, but there's always a door, a portal to the greater expression of Spirit through each and every one of us. And what I know is that we can drop our confusion and our pain, our judgment, our cynicism, our small-mindedness that keeps that flow at bay. As I begin to open my heart and my soul and allow that Spirit to have its way, there is a newfound freedom. That flow brings a sense of joy, and healing happens as Spirit moves with an ease and grace through each and every one of us. As that Spirit moves, because we have chosen to jump in the river wherever we may have found ourselves. And with this flow, it purges out anything unlike itself. And there is that affluent flow, there is that abundant flow, and time expands, health peaks. And if there's anything going on in the physical form that doesn't appear to be in total alignment, I know that the innate intelligence that resides in every tissue, cell, organ, and fiber of the physical being is activated in this moment to renew the wholeness and the well-being. I just received a call between services from Miramar of an accident, and a gentleman or a man who has burned 80% of his body and is taken to the burn center calling out for help. They reached out to Seaside, that just knowing that it is a place where we know that the presence of God shines freely in every condition, and healing is the natural unfoldment of the wholeness of one's being that can never be taken. For as we return home, burnt or challenged, there is that lamp upon the golden shore welcoming us in. That portal is open for us to enter in. And with that comes a sense of joy, a sense of communication, a sense of honesty, a sense of intimacy, a sense of flow, a sense of abundance, a sense of creativity, a sense of fulfillment, a sense of love, a sense of success. Just that affluent flow of Spirit fills all space for each of us, that continues to remember, no matter where we may be in our walk in life, that we're always welcomed to that land of free. And so with gratitude, I'm grateful for a great nation, for all those that have gone before us, that have paved the way for us to continue to see that this is a blessed, charged, and called nation that represents the light of the greater possibilities that joyous freedom brings. So with gratitude, I'm grateful to see as Spirit sees. I'm grateful for an open heart of love and welcoming and embrace. And so I let go, because it's not my way. It is the wonderful flow of life having its way as you, as Seaside, as we continue to grow and to thrive, and every member moves to a greater conscious connection with the infinite, which lives and moves through all of our brothers and sisters upon this planet. And so it is. Amen.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling, make it through another day, yeah, you've got to let go, yeah. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life with my arms open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. can't hear you. Oh, getting there. Only for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Oh, yeah.
And our affirmation is, I now live in joyous freedom. Together, I now live in joyous freedom. Touch your heart and say it again. I now live in joyous freedom. One more time. I now live in joyous freedom. And our song of grace.
I'm living in love. I'm living in peace. I'm living my life for what I believe. Through choice and through faith, in this world I walk. God's grace moves through me, and it shines on us all. We are living in grace. We are living in grace. We are living in grace. We're living in love. We're living in peace. United we stand as one family. We honor all truth as together we walk. God's grace moves through me, and it moves through us all. We are living in grace. 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 Happy Sunday, Seaside. Have a beautiful day.